Hello class, my name is James Crockett. Tonight I've been asked to work on problem 513. See if I can find it here on my Wiley Plus really quick. This problem is going to help us determine the cost of goods sold. In this chart here we've got companies B, M, O, and S, and they've got some incomplete sections we need to figure out for determining the cost of goods sold. We're going to do this by starting under company B here. We need to determine net purchases, cost of goods purchased, and cost of goods sold for company B. To determine net purchases, we're going to take purchases. In my case, it's $22.50. We're going to subtract from it the purchase returns and allowances, which is $120. This will give me $21.30. We then add in the freight in, which is going to give us the cost of goods purchased, which on my problem here is $23.25. I'm assuming that your guys' numbers are a little bit different than mine. We'll now add the cost of the beginning inventory to our cost of goods purchased, which is going to give us our cost of goods available for sale, $2,700 on my problem. Ending inventory, we know from this chart, is $465, which is going to be subtracted from our $2,700 cost of goods available for sale, which gives us our total cost of goods sold, which is $22.35. If we compare it to company M, we're going to have to kind of go in a backwards order on this one. We'll start with, we know what our purchases are, we know what our net purchases are, so we need to subtract those two to find out what our purchase returns and allowances are. In this case, it was $60. We also know that from net purchases to cost of goods purchased, we need to add in the freight in cost. So if we subtract those two, we're going to get $285 as the cost of our freight in. Finally, cost of goods available for sale plus ending inventory, or subtracting ending inventory, is going to give us the cost of goods sold. So if we get the difference between cost of goods available for sale and cost of goods sold, we'll get our ending inventory, which in this case is $180. Business O is very much like business M. We just have a different line missing here. This time we don't know what the original purchases cost. We know that when purchase returns allowances are deducted from it, we get $11,115. So if we work in reverse and add $435, which is our purchase return allowances, to our net purchases, we get $11,550. Now as we come down, we have the same situation with cost of goods purchased and net purchases. The difference between these is going to be the cost of our freight in, which in this case is $960. Finally, if we add the cost of goods, or our cost of goods purchased, to our beginning inventory, that'll give us our cost of goods available for sale, which is $13,125. Finally, company S, this one's, we don't have the beginning inventory. In order to figure this out, we're going to have to go down and figure out a couple other numbers first. Here we have our purchases, $65,385, and once we subtract our purchase returns allowances, we get net purchases of $63,435. The difference between those is $1,950. Now as we come down, we add in the freight in costs to our net purchases. Excuse me here 1 second. As we add these up, we're going to come up with $66,795. Now to get to our cost of goods in inventory, so the difference between $74,295 and $66,795 will give us our beginning inventory up here at the top, which is $7,500. And this is how we get to the cost of goods sold section. Thank you guys.